What's going on, family? I'm coming to you live inside the house called Raise the Bar. I'm your man, LJ Shepherd. We're doing it real big out here because a whole lot of stuff is going on today in the media, but I got other questions I want to really get to you. I really don't want to go into the stuff in the media, but I just have to just say one thing. How you going to lose your job with a week to go? That's all I want. How you going to do that? How you gonna lose your job with a week to go? But that's neither here or there. I'm not even going to dwell on that. We're just going to keep moving on from that. But what I wanted to come to you about, I wanted to talk about a couple of things, throw some stuff, questions at you, and just have you think, because this is all about raising the bar, elevating your game in life, elevating your business, things like that. So one question I got is, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And it don't always have to be monetarily stuff, but just what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And when I talk about money or when I talk about wealth, it's not always about money. It's wealth in of your family, your business, whatever you got. What type of lifestyle do you want to live? Throw something else at you. If your life had absolutely no limits, what would you choose to have, and what would you choose to do? So take out the time, take out the money. You had all the time and all the money in the world. What would you be doing? I just want you to stop and think on that, because a lot of times we don't get to think about that. And I want to put that in the top of your mind, put that in your top of the brain. What is holding you back? So, all the money in the world, like I said, all the time in the world, what is stopping you? Don't think about limitations, just think about impossibilities. That's what I want you to start thinking about tonight and going forward as we continue to as I continue to come to you every single night, or I should say every twice a week, about different questions that I got on my mind. But I started thinking about that. How can you break free from your limitations? There's a couple of things that you need to do to break free from your limitations. One is to believe in yourself. You just got to believe in whatever that you're doing. You got to believe in you. Believe in what you got going on. Whatever it could be, believe what you have going on. That's the number one thing that you have to do. And that's the number one thing I think you're going to propel you to do so many big things out there in the world. So what other things that you could think of? And like I said, if you had no limits, what the lifestyle do you want? No limitations out there. Now I know you haven't even thought about this before. I almost guarantee you didn't think about this before. Living a life with no limits. You got to take a risk. That's one big thing that you got to do. But taking a risk is it does something to your heart. It does something to your mind, because it could lead you down a path that you didn't want to go down to, but it can also lead you down a path that is the best thing that ever happened to you. Why do we always think about the negative when we talk about risk? Because risk is a two-way street. It could lead you down to a path of great things, or it could lead you down a path of horrible things. But we always think of the horrible things first. We never think about the what it can do, what it really could possibly be. So keep that in your mind, because once again, what type of lifestyle do you want to live? How do you want to do things going from this day moving forward? If there was no limitations on you, if there was no limitations whatsoever, I want you to think about that. Sleep on it, dream about it, because you might not do all of it, but it could get you moving in the direction of doing something that you probably won't never thought about doing before. That's how I want you to think. That's what, when I do this, when I thought about raising a bar, we're not just raising a bar for just just a saying. This is actually trying to raise the bar in your own mind. That's what it's all about. Limitations. What's stopping you? Why can't you break free from your own limitation? There's something that's stopping you. There's something that's stopping all of us. And if we can break through that, I think you could be a much better person going forward in a lot of different things. Because there's always something stopping us. Is that one thing that's I don't want to do that because I don't want to get hurt. Yeah, I don't want to try something new. Well, you can't try to do something new. Either you're gonna do it or you're not. Don't try it. Just do it. You don't when you're hungry, you don't try to get something to eat. You just go in the fridge, open the refrigerator, and just do it. That's how I look at it. So these are the things I just want you to just think about going forward. Um, what is stopping you? What is stopping you from having that breakthrough? Meeting that new person, that one person that you meet could change your whole lifestyle, can change your whole life. Uh, that's the mindset you should have right about now, and be thinking about that going forward every single day. How do you live in a world with no limitations? Just think about it. You could soar, you could fly high, um, fly right. You could do many things out there, many things out there, if you could just live a life without limitations. What is your lifestyle? I'm trying to think, what is my lifestyle? Well, my lifestyle is continue to be comfortable in a setting where things you don't have to worry about all the time. You could get to that point. There's going to be certain words. I got kids. I'm always worried about them and their lifestyle and what they're doing as they grow up. But certain other things you might not worry about. There may be the neighborhood that you live in. You might not worry about that if you live without limitations, because you got to work hard enough to get out of whatever neighborhood that got you worried, and then you move on up like the Jeffersons. But it's things like that I want you to think about, because I think these are the things that I contemplate on times. I don't want to. I never wanted to be the guy as I was growing up. I never wanted to be the guy where I could have, should have, would have. Never wanted to be that guy. That guy or that girl will miss out on a lot of things. That, man, I should have done that, or I could have done that, but I didn't. I never wanted to be that guy, because that's a bad way to live, a horrible way to live, I think. And I know there's a ton of people that are living that way. Things that they should have done 5, 10, 15 years ago, they're not doing right now at all, because they are the would have, could have, should have person. And they could have been doing a lot of big things if they took that risk, if they lived life without limitations. Because there's nothing impossible. There's nothing that could stop you but you. Nothing is impossible. Nothing at all. You just got to have that mindset to go forward, whatever that dream, that goal, that desire that you have inside us, that you have inside you. We walk in a life that somebody always telling us what we can't do. You ever notice that? Every time you think about something that could be positive for you or great for you, we always tell that person that didn't think about it, and they always going to shoot it down. It could be a friend, a loved one, somebody close. But sometimes it's always seemed to shut down. Well, you can't do that. You could. Well, why can't I do that? You mean you can't do it, but I know I can. And that's how you're supposed to live. You're always supposed to, when you hear somebody say what you can't do, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. Every single day, prove them wrong. Live life without limitations. So that's what was going on in my mind, outside of the impeachment stuff that you were seeing on TV all day. But stuff like that that's happening. It's 20,000 people are going to be talking about that. It's important, but you can hear that from somebody else. But what I want to do, I want to raise your bar in your own personal life, because there's not enough people doing that. And if they are, more power to them, because we all have that gift inside us to help your fellow man. And we should all be doing a lot of big things in this world. But we let limitations stop us. So we let time, money, all of that stuff, we let those things stop us. And that shouldn't be. We should be able to live life without limitations. Period. End of story. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna end this. But don't forget, if you need a nice, fantastic bottle of wine, hit me up. Check out all my social media pages. I'm with the Bozette Collection. You can see the wines behind me. If you're looking for a new opportunity to build your empire, build a empire of creating, wealth for yourself. If you need a side hustle, because the one that you got right now, or the job that you got right now, is not fulfilling you in your life, and you're missing something, and it's just, I need something else, hit me up. I might have something for you. I know I have something for you. If you got a passion for wine, hit me up. I have something for you. And then tune in Sunday. Check out the flyer. You'll see the flyer. Sunday, 7:30. I got the expansion team going. So big shout out to my expansion team, because we're doing big things. We're creating more individuals that want to get inside the wine industry, and that's kind of hard industry to tap into. But we found a way to get into it and learn it, and learning on your pace. So on Sundays, I do Zoom calls, and you can tune in. I'll make sure I put all the information of that, or just a flyer on the above me, below me, wherever it's at. I'll make sure I put that out there, because I want you to tune in to the Zoom call on Sunday, 7:30. Show you how to create an empire for you by doing something part-time, full-time, but it'll be your side hustle, and then make it your full-time hustle like I did. So thanks for tuning in, but always remember what type of lifestyle you want to live, and your limitations, don't let it stop you. Nothing is impossible out there, and I believe in you, and you should believe in me, and we all do this together, right?